So you use this promotional photo a lot of you have headphones on,
Mm-hmm.
and when I walked into your place here, I see it was taken right there,
Mm-hmm.
and we have these like 1970s lamps. This whole place is like the vibe I love. Old stuff,
Mm-hmm.
antiques. We got a bunch of old books here, and globes, and swords, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, we got a photo of William Tecumseh over here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and everything is all vintage. And I just love it so much. It definitely fits Neal's vibe. What I was curious about is that replica painting. You have Picasso's Three Musicians. Is there any significance to that in the photo that you took that you used for promotions?
You know what? I saw this on the list of questions you asked, and this was like the one that I thought about the most. Is which is funny. I That picture was just in our laundry room when I was growing up for some
Really?
reason. So I figure it was like from my dad's apartment or something. I
Okay.
gotta ask him, but like I don't even really see that it's about musicians, although it clearly is, but like it's pleasant to look at. I don't know what else to say. And it's got a frame, so it just kind of I've like everything in this room pretty much aside from the musical equipment
Hmm.
was like, shit that I got from my parents when they sold the house in Oak Park.
Really?
So
Okay.
that's and like I love it, and that's why I love old stuff like this too, and but it's mostly just hand-me-downs from that house, so that's where that picture came from.
So the laundry room.
Yeah, it was like in the
Nice.
basement. It was so weird. And it's like the centerpiece of my house now, although
Yeah.
I've got the Titanic sinking
Wow.
up
Okay.
there.
Yeah, we got the Titanic over there.
And then my grandpa's ship on the wall. That's the destroyer there, the Cass and Young.
Oh wow. So you come from like a shipping family or a
Well, my grandpa was in the Navy, and
okay.
he loved everything about the Navy.
Okay.
He was a World War II veteran, and I was fascinated by that
Yeah.
aspect of him growing up. And I've always kind of just had a fascination with maritime history, I guess. But I've never really like I went on a 10-day sailing trip when I was in the Scouts.
Okay.
That was the extent of my seafaring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm most proud of to own is this replica ship that I got at an estate sale for $5.
Sweet.
It's called a Fregata, not Familia. I don't know. It's like a Spanish ship from like 1792, and it's just like massive. It's kind of like this old one here, and it's just huge.
Oh, sweet.
And that's my pride and joy. And then I come here, and you got all this cool stuff. Have you read a lot of these books, or...
Yeah, I mean, again, these are like books I've collected over the years, and a lot of them came from the family home. But yeah, I think
I
I
know.
studied architecture in college, so a lot of
Okay.
those books are there, and those old books are, from my great grandparents. So
Wow. Yeah, I was trying to make out the books you had on your bookshelf in the photo, and I noticed there's a Fahrenheit 451.
yeah, sure.
The one that's on there that wasn't in the photo is Burnham of Chicago. I read that during quarantine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting, man.
Do you know much about Burnham?
I made it up through the World's Fair
Okay.
portion of that book.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
so fascinating to
I know
me.
more than I did. I know more now than I did before reading that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So if you studied architecture, do you have any favorite types of architecture or people?
Yeah, well, Frank Lloyd Wright designed like 40 buildings in Oak Park, so
Yeah.
I was right down the street from that growing up, and
Wow.
that really was what interested me in architecture.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and so of course his connection to Louis Sullivan,
Hmm.
um, and then Louis Sullivan's connection to Burnham through the fair, and um, William LeBaron Jenney, and just, you know, a lot of Chicago architects.
Yeah.
But yeah, both my grandfathers were engineers.
Oh,
so
really?
that was sort of a thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, kind of on this curiosity note, is there something in the world right now or in your life? What's something you're curious about recently?
I've been first thing that came to mind is I've been, you know, doing a meditation practice for the last almost 2 years now.
Okay.
And so that's become a daily part of my routine. And you know, I've been reading voraciously during the pandemic, and the content has varied wildly, but I guess my main interest is just trying to get better at the recording.
Yeah, I
You
would.
know?
Yeah, I would think that's the main. How did you come across these meditations?
Actually, my friend Brian and our mutual friend Lucas, two of my best friends from Oak Park, actually,
Okay.
have a daily hang where they just meditate together via Zoom in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
How long is it for?
I think they'd probably do a half hour.
Okay.
Or maybe they're together for a total of a half hour and they only do 10 minutes. But that was a bug in my ear, because I know Bryant specifically is someone that I always looked up to, in terms of just like he's got like 2 degrees from Northwestern, and
Okay.
he was always striving to go deeper and like find out more about himself. And
Yeah.
so when he was talking about meditation for years, I was like, you know what? Like, he's already done the research for me.
Yeah.
Like, if Bryant's into this, then like,
Yeah.
I should just get into it. So he was doing like the Sam Harris course, Waking Up.
Yeah.
So I started doing it's just an app, and then, you know, the things he teaches you are applicable so that you don't even need an app or a phone. You can just
Yeah.
do it in the line at the DMV like I did this morning. You know?
I got my so I'm doing like a meditation routine too for the last 2 years, and I got it from Colin.
Oh, cool.
Colin O'Brien. He like shared with me in Google Drive these like 50-day Sam Harris meditations.
Yeah.
So I just do them every morning.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah. So,
What books have you been reading? I'm very curious about that.
Lately, okay, so on my nightstand, I'm trying to get through this book about the spice trade.
Really?
And it's like, it's a book I borrowed
Is it Silk Road?
No, it's called The Sense of Eden, and it's specifically about like the Dutch, and I'm just kind of getting to the primacy of the Dutch in the book, in the like Indonesian spice trade. And I never anticipated reading this book, because I borrowed it from my girlfriend's dad.
Okay.
Because we had a conversation about another book I read, which was about the British East India Company. Okay. Which was, you know, the great colonization of India, mm-hmm. which is extremely interesting. There's a book called The Anarchy, which is just riveting and terrifying. Just, it's like, imagine if Amazon had like a standing army of 250,000 men and like a navy. Yeah. And controlled.
So that was the East India Company.
Yeah, the British East India Company. It's fascinating. The book is great. William Dalrymple wrote that. Okay. And I've early on in the pandemic, I read The Plague, because I had never read that. Oh, sure. It was applicable to what we were doing. That stands out for sure. A lot. I've been reading a lot. This is too much. I don't remember any of it.